Good morning, everybody. Good morning, folks. Good morning. So it's Wednesday, and much like, you know, in this new Washington, this new government, thank you, pups. I appreciate that. In this new government, in this new Washington, and how these new politicians, they're not really new, but how these politicians do things now. We're going to discuss some of that stuff this morning. You know, they had Lindsey Graham's funeral. Trump couldn't even stay awake at the funeral, child. He was at the funeral in that front row, just rocking and blinking very slowly. Rocking and blinking very slowly. He doesn't even respect the man enough to stay awake during his funeral. But okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, that they had the funeral, and Republicans are working really hard now. Now Trump wants Republicans to get. You like that picture, Anthony? Oh, I got a couple more this morning. The internet is showing up like they should, because they don't believe in Mitch McConnell's proof of life pictures either, right? So somebody says, how do you feel about Nicki Minaj and Trump's friendship? It doesn't surprise me. She's married to a PDF file, so that doesn't surprise me. Yep. It doesn't surprise me that she would have a relationship with Trump. Yep. I just find it interesting that after she used the gay community, after she used the black community to further her career, now she's like, well, forget y'all. Let me go over here and sell out over here and see what money I can, because she's getting money over there. She ain't doing that for free. Don't think for 1 second. That's why she's showing up like she's dressed like she works at a bank. That's for free. And you got to remember, a lot of the people that worked with her and for her were the very people that the Trump administration is attacking. You're attacking you're working with the people that attack gay people, and they supposed to still show up and make you glammed out? No. That's why she look like she work at a bank now. Y'all know, y'all been seeing her show up at events. I have never seen Nicki Minaj ever show up at an event with a purse until Trump. She literally shows up with a little handbag, just, hello, yes, I'm here, MAGA. Yeah, listen. Yeah, she looking like Frankie from Set It Off right about now. So I look at it like Nicki need money, but see, a big part of it is ego. A big part of why Nicki Minaj, I told y'all a long time ago that Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump had more in common than not. She talks to her fans the same way Donald Trump talks to his people. She does the same thing. It is an all or nothing environment. You either love everything she does or you're an enemy. That's how she operates. That's why them Nicki stands act like that. You can't say nothing about her because they wild out. Now that she's gotten deeper and more deeply entrenched in MAGA, some of them Nicki stands have woken up. Like, some people have awakened and went, wait a minute, I'm not down with this. This doesn't make any sense to me. And this is the polar opposite of what you've been up to this point. Now, I'm all for people change. People do change. People do grow. People do mature. But this isn't maturing what she's doing. That's not maturing. And quiet as kept, can I be honest about something else too? I think she tried to get her brother out of prison. She's not doing that. She doesn't have this association for nothing. She is looking to get something out of it, just like anybody else that's affiliated with Trump are looking to use him to get something out of it. Trump wants to use them and they want to use him. It's a reciprocal relationship. Up until Trump decides he don't want to be bothered with you no more. That's actually what it becomes. But yeah, so she's trying to, I don't know if Trump can pardon her brother though. See, I don't know if her brother actually got caught up on state charges, which means Trump can't do anything to help him. So I'm confused by it even more, because I go, well, if the president can't help him, but then she got her husband. maybe help there, but they can't even help really there. You feel me? I think, again, much like a lot of people, much like other, I'll say it like this, much like other people of color and women who fall into that Trump universe, that MAGA-verse, they think they're different. They think they're the exception to the rule. I'm pretty sure she thinks she's the same thing. I'm pretty sure she thinks she's the same thing. She's the exception to the rule. She's not like the others. And again, it shines a light on a bigger issue. There are some people, some immigrants that come here, it ain't all, but some come here, they think they better than people who born and raised here. That it's also exposing that. Yep. Because that mindset is not new. It's not new. That's also where I've started to get into saying, and y'all have heard me say this, I'm with Trump. I'm against more immigration. Lock it down. And the reason why I say lock it down, you got too many immigrants coming here too damn comfortable to pop their shit once they get here. Excuse my French. But they're too comfortable to pop their stuff once they get here and talk about us like we ain't worth nothing. And it's like, ho. If we not worth nothing, why you here? Why you come here? Explain that. It's very weird mindset. And a lot of them like to immigrate here and fall in line with white supremacy. Yep. A lot of them like to do that. And so I go, well, as a black person, we don't need no more enemies. I don't need you to import in racism. So I look at it and go, well, shit, then close the borders. Fuck it. Close them. Because y'all done came here and y'all losing y'all mind. Y'all done forgot who you were. Because you so busy trying to be safe. See, I get why they do it. They're trying to be safe. They too, they don't like to admit it, but they too understand they feel more safe when they pretend to be somebody they're not. Let's have an honest, I'm all for having honest conversations, right? And so for a lot of them, they're for the cosplaying to pretend to be somebody they're not. The thing is, the people that you're pretending that you are to them, they know you're not white. They just allow it. They will allow it up until they won't allow it. Catch that part. Up until they won't allow it. I feel like one of the reasons why America is crashing out, frankly, in my humble opinion, America had become the melting pot that a lot of people were afraid of. Yeah, America had become that melting pot, it is. America is a melting pot. People don't like to say that, but America is gumbo. It's cultural gumbo. It's all these different people. You got Americans, but then you got all these different people from all these other respective countries. And diversity is what makes America a superpower. Contrary to popular belief, I know that Americans say, no, we're a superpower because we're Americans. No, that's not why. You were a superpower due to your diversity, because your diversity gave you different perspectives. That was something that other countries could not say. All of those different perspectives gave you a different point of view and gave you an edge, a competitive advantage over other countries. But America has decided to get rid of its own competitive advantage. Okay. All right. But I'm telling you, diversity is what makes you great. And it's not just diversity when it comes to the color of skin. It's diversity in gender. It's diversity in economic class. It's diversity in education. All of those things are the things that make America different than these other countries. But people, this is the problem. I'm going to tell you the other thing that America has, unfortunately. The people who are not very smart are very loud and have a lot of power in America. That's the other side. You understand? That's the other side. They put a lot of people who don't know a lot of things, but they're very loud. They're very confident. They're very sure of themselves. Because see, you got a lot of people who are very knowledgeable, but they're not very confident. They're not very loud, and they're not very sure of themselves. So in the absence, in that void, those people who are loud, who don't know a lot, they fill in the holes. And that's what you see. For years, and it started during some of it was before the pandemic, but it flourished during the pandemic. We were all shut in the house, and a whole bunch of people became experts at a whole lot of nothingness. Whole lot of people became experts in telling you about marriage, ain't never been married. Whole lot of people became experts on parenting, ain't got no kids. And you're just like, huh? When did this happen? But it did. Slowly over time. And people are just so full of themselves, it's hard to get them to see anything outside of that. That includes me. Thank you, McG. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you think. Listen, I am unlike others. I allow my haters to be my motivators. Because I understand that even when haters watch, it's still engagement. Okay? Okay? I just want to be clear. If you're still watching, thank you for your service. Okay? That's all. Thank you for your service. All right? I just want to put it out there. You know, I'm not saying you're a hater, McG. You're right. You know what, McG? I need to own my shit, right? Oh, look, I'm trying to clean up my cursing. So that's why y'all see me catching myself. I'm trying to do better, right? I'm trying to do better. But McG, you're right. I don't know if you're a hater or not. And I jumped the gun. I was out of pocket and I was wrong. Yep, I'll say that too. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Even though my ego be like, don't admit it. Don't admit it. No. Because if you're talking to a person that can never admit they're wrong, you shouldn't talk to them. Don't talk to them. Because at some point, when y'all don't see eye to eye, you will never get, anywhere with them in that. So I'll agree with that. You didn't say anything, frankly, to me that said you were a hater. I just made the assumption. Real shit. I'm being on. I said I was trying to do better. Real stuff. See, that don't even sound right. That sounds so corny. Real stuff. Yeah. I want to be like real. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to be a better content creator, right? And make more money. And they be saying you can't be cussing and stuff, but I be seeing them cussing and shit. But yeah, I'm trying to get better. Now, I got to share some news with y'all, okay? Because I want to show y'all something that happened to me last night. I think that my content has crossed into another stream. I'm about to show y'all something. I was honored and at the same time confused. And then my petty bitch mode was activated, right? Because I am going to do a video on this today. I want to show y'all something. That I don't really check my DMs very much on social media platforms for a couple of reasons. Yeah, I can pop my shit. All right, I'm about to pop my shit. Now listen to this. I'm about to show y'all something. I try to keep up with all the messages I get, but I get too many. I'm 51 linking. So I try to keep up with my messages, but it's hard because a lot of the messages that I get are really just trash, right? It's a lot of people, they're angry at me. Oh, somebody wrote bitch on my pickup truck about a week ago. Why have I not scraped it off? Because I'm wondering if somebody saw my content online. Because I don't even remember where I would have been where somebody had time to scratch bitch on the side of my car. I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's cute. Imagine the time. And they did light, they did a light scratch. Like Norbit, when Norbit be scared to call Rasputia a bitch, it's kind of like that. It's like that. So I haven't wiped it off. I haven't even tried to buff it out, get anything. I'm like, you know what? I'll be that. I'm okay with that. Usually if somebody calls you a bitch, you're doing something right. But let me tell y'all something that I happened to be checking my messages last night. Because I try to respond to messages from people that I talk to. You know, those of you that I've talked to and I've created a relationship and connection with, I try to keep up with them, but it gets tough. I'll be honest with you. It becomes overwhelming. That's why I tell you to email me. Even email gets tough because I get so many messages, but I really do try to get back to you. It might not be right away, but I try to get back to you. So I go into my email last night. My direct messages last night on Instagram. And let me show you who I had a message from. I had 2 messages, a voice note from this person and text. I'm going to make a video about it today. Looky. Listen, when my content gets a reaction enough out of your ass to send me a voice message, and then when I don't respond to your voice message, you then type with your little fingers in your phone and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, now I'm going to tell you what I think made him mad. And I'm like, that's old content. I've moved on. I've already moved on. Like, I'm over it. Right? Okay. Y'all remember when I did that video where I talked about political cicadas? And I said political cicadas, they love to come out. And I did a video highlighting those political cicadas. Well, he was one of them. I called him out. And I guess he finally saw it. I guess I been did that video. He's a rapper. He just a rapper. What they say? Huh? I'm on my live. What's up?
I know the live can probably help with this.
What's up?
The car.
What?
What's the model?
1999 Dodge Ram. I've been talking to another one. Yeah, I've been talking to another person this morning too as well. He may be coming as well. Sorry, you guys. My check engine light came on in my car last night. I said, oh no. So I found I've been looking for mobile mechanics or a good mechanic in my area that doesn't try to take you for a ride. Because you know how some of these mechanics, they like the dentist. So anyway, y'all, so let me finish. So I did this video about political cicadas, and I just basically said, you know, you got these people that they only show up every 4 years, and you have to wonder about what they really show up for. Killer Mike is a guy that he only is his loudest during presidential election seasons. That's really when you see him talking a lot. Outside of that, I don't really hear him a lot. And I still feel like he's bitter because he backed Bernie and Bernie lost. And he's still bitter about that. But he won't be honest. I'm like, just be honest. But he won't be honest. So I did a video about it, just speaking my opinion. And then I get this. And of course, you know, my thought process was, one, that must have been some really good content because it caused, and again, y'all know I try to make content. I make content that gets emotional reactions out of people. That's done on purpose because I'm trying to get you to think. You understand? I say he got paid money too, Nessa. Ain't no way he did all that stomping for free. Because if he did all that stomping for free, that's money he could have been making for himself in that same time frame. No way. He was getting paid. He just don't like to be honest about it. But that's the truth. He was one of the original Bernie bros. One of the original. And he thought for sure that his endorsement, his words, his exposure and his influence was going to be enough to throw Bernie over the line. It didn't. I told y'all, I like Bernie Sanders too, but I knew Bernie was going to lose and not win the nomination. All it took was common sense. Bernie Sanders is not a Democrat. Why would the Democratic Party give the nomination to somebody who's not in their party and throw money behind them? Then you telling every other candidate after that that's not a Democrat they can do the same daggone thing. And Democrats are going to throw money behind you instead of throwing money behind the people who are actually in their party. So I knew that Bernie wasn't going to win the nomination. So for me, it wasn't some big grand scheme against Bernie. It was common sense. No, I'm not going to take him up on his invitation, Dre. I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why I'm not. One, I don't argue on my own platform. Y'all don't see me do arguing here. So if I don't argue here, why would I come on your platform to argue with you? Then two, why would I do it for free? What did the Joker say? If you know how to do something good, never do it for free. Why would I do that? Why would I go on his podcast that he makes money from to give him views and not put no money in my pocket? That don't make no sense. And then it dawned on me, why are you reaching out to me? I don't have millions of followers. I don't. I genuinely don't. So why reach out to me? So I must have something that you need. That's what I'm thinking. Views. What I look like giving you views? Get out of here. Later for that. Later for that. I'm smart enough to know better. I'm smart enough to know better. I'm like, this is a trap. And I'm not some 20-something year old. I'm not some 30-something year old. I'm in the same age group as bruh. So you've met your match, beloved. You're Trump and I'm Iran. Good luck. Good luck. Because I can tell you right now, this type of stuff doesn't work on me. It does not. This type of stuff right here makes me go, what? That's a waste of time. Again, why are you trying to prove yourself to me? Who am I to him? Because see, this is the thing. I don't care what he thinks about me. I don't know him. I never met that man before. What does Kiki say? I've never seen this man before, a day before in my life. I've never met this man. So I don't care what he thinks about me at all. But why do you think about what I care about, what I think about you? Because he's trying to get views. I know that's what it is. He wants eyes on his podcast. My thing is this. If bruh want help, he could have just reached out to me and say, hey, sis, I see you online. I see you doing things. I'm trying to get some eyes over here. Can we help each other out? Yeah, understand where I'm coming from. But he didn't. Instead, you send me a voice note, and I still ain't listened to the voice note. Right? Am I delusional? Yes, Jesse, I am. Now what? Tell me what I should do now that you know I'm delusional. Tamara, are you there? I told you I don't argue with y'all. What they say, you got it. You're a professional. Online this morning at 9:30 this morning, you're a professional on TikTok Live. Okay. Said nobody ever. $9:30 in the morning. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll be a nobody. I be that. What Red Man and Method Man used to say, I be that. I be that. I be that. Be that. Be that. I don't care. Y'all can't get a move out of me at all. It's impossible. I keep telling y'all it's impossible for me to be offended by people who I think are beneath me. It's no way possible. Impossible. When y'all get offended by people who are beneath you, that says something about you. Don't do that. I be sitting here like, did I hear something? Y'all know those commercials when they say, even a term policy, you know, the man's underground and he's telling those people they can cash in their policy to get money. I'm like that to the haters on the internet. I'm like, did you hear something? Like what? I was raised, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one and most of them stink. When you get to the point of understanding that, you'll be better off for it. You say you must be late. No, you're not late, EJ. I didn't get to that yet. I did put up a video yesterday about the Nolan Wells thing, but not in the way of what everybody else is talking about. Because y'all got plenty of creators you can go to and find out the details behind the Nolan Wells case, right? That's not what I wanted to talk about yesterday. That's why I put that video up. For me, the thing that stood out the most was the parenting. There is no way a group of kids are going to leave from my house. There's no way. A group of children are going to leave from my house and then come back and then say to me, and then when I say, well, where's your friend? We don't know. We couldn't find them, so we left. Me being a parent, I say, well, what you're all going to do is take yourself back and find your friend. That's what you're going to do. Because what you're not going to do is sit in my house like it's all good up in here. That's the thing that stood out to me the most. The parents didn't care about him either, which meant that boy shouldn't have been hanging with those kids. Any child that is hanging with my children and you're in my vicinity, I'm watching over you like you my kid. It doesn't matter that you don't share my DNA. I am watching over you with the same respect and care as I would my own children. So it struck me as extremely odd that the parents didn't stress to their children like, oh no, I'm going to tell you this. As a mother, if you would have come back to my house without that kid, I would have said, oh no, have you lost your mind? Have you watched Lifetime? They going to blame all of y'all for whatever happened to that boy. Get your out of here and go and find that boy and bring him back here with you. Nobody comes back here until you find the friend that y'all all left with. That's my mindset as a mama. Because I was also raised, my mother, she was very clear on this. She said, I don't put no money on no books. You get locked up doing something stupid, you on your own. She said, because you can do stupid things. She's like, at least if you gonna go down because you did something, not because you following somebody else's stupidity. So my mother would not have tolerated it. Period. So that's why I'm looking at this going, these parents are weird too. Cause I wasn't raised by people like this. At all. So this is odd to me. And so if the children left their friend and the parents didn't say nothing, well, it's no surprise that they left him. Or whatever happened. Because look at their parents. Look at the parents. The fruit is rotten because the tree is. It just didn't happen. It's not just the kids. The kids are a reflection of the people who raise those children. Period. I didn't see Officer Tatum's interview, so I can't really comment on that. But I, and sometimes when kids have rotten parents, they turn out to be really good kids because they see what type of person their parents are and they don't want to be that. And they work really hard to make sure they don't become that. But most people, that's not the case. Most people just become exactly who their parents are, a derivative of that. Period. And so that's why from the very beginning, I went, wait a minute. So they all went on a boat ride. But they all didn't come back together. And they're friends. What kind of friends are these? My mother would have called it out. My mother would have said, quick, them ain't your friends. My mama would have said, even for a boat trip happened. Those are not your friends. But that's also why parents need to get back to meeting parents. Y'all need to meet these kids as parents to know who these people are. Because some of them raised, but they just not even being raised. They just wild, feral children. I keep telling y'all, everybody that have kids don't raise them. Everybody that has children doesn't pour into them, invest in their children. A lot of people they have kids purely to brag on the fact that they got children. They see children as an extension of themselves that they can use and abuse and do what they want to with. This is exactly why y'all got to meet the parents of the children that y'all are hanging out with. You got to meet them. I remember when my daughter's in her early 20s, right? But my youngest daughter, she's autistic. So I'm very heightened aware with people interacting with her. So she comes to me one day and she comes home from work and she says, my coworker invited me over for a sleepover. I said, a sleepover? I said, okay. But you don't really know her like that. Y'all just work together. Why y'all can't have lunch? Why y'all can't go to dinner? A sleepover? That's a little intimate. I got to think on that because that's weird to me. I don't just invite people into my house to be sleeping over just because I work. Nah, I ain't never invited not none of my work associates for a sleepover. You feel me? So as me and my daughter keep talking about it over a course of days, more and more information comes out. The girl wasn't going to have to sleep over at her house. It was going to be over her boyfriend's house in Virginia. We live in Maryland. I said, hell to the no. Nope. All of it sounds suspect. All of it sounds suspect. Nope. See, if y'all was doing a sleepover at her mama house where she live at, that'd be different. Why she inviting y'all over to sleep over at her boyfriend's house that she don't live at? She don't even live in his place. Nope. Nope. Because I already know how I'm built. I already know how I'm built. I'm built more like Liam Neeson. I'm not going to the authorities first. I will find you and I will unalive you. And on the other line, you could be like, good luck. That's okay. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you. You better hope that the cops find you before I find you. Because if I find you, I already told y'all, I told you, I know for a fact, one of the reasons why I don't do bad things is because deep down in the core of my being, I know I got a little Griselda Blanco in there. I know I do. Really, you know how you know yourself? Really deep down inside of there, I know I got a little Griselda Blanco in there. So that's why I be like, you know what? You don't really want me. That's why I'm not a police officer. Because I got a little Alonzo in there. I know this, right? Like I'm a good person, but I also know I'm jive with the shits. I'm being honest. Other people will lie and be like, oh, I'm being honest. I know I'm with the shits. And so, you know, as much as I love to believe I'm a good person, if I'm a police officer and we walk in and it's $100,000 cash in the spot, it's not really $100,000 cash in there. Not if I was a cop on the scene. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. The world would be a better place if folks would be more honest. I'm honest. Listen. Say it again. Merry Christmas to me consistently. I would have walked in that crime scene weighing a solid 150. Would have walked out weighing 200 pounds. They would have been like, wait. Hold up, officer. Hold up. Stop right there, Sergeant. You were not on swole when you first came in this room. No. I work out. I lift. Honest. I lift. I'd have been in there growing like, I would have been in that crime scene growing like the Beast. Y'all know in Split, when the Beast get big and he start growing, that would have been me. I just would have, every time they turned around, I just would have been bigger and bigger. Fill me with 20s, 50s, and 100s. This is exactly why I'm not a police officer. Because I know me. I'm with the shits. Okay? It's also why I'm not a firefighter. Because what I'm not going to do is, I'll do that training and be all on the truck. But until there's a fire, then I'm like, ho, wait a minute. So I'm supposed to run in there and save people I don't even know. That's what you want me to do? I didn't sign up for that. I just wanted the benefits. Nobody told me I had to actually save people. How about y'all call me when we just showing up to car accidents? I'll do those. Can I just do the car accidents? That's why I'm not a firefighter. You don't get to pick and choose. You don't get to pick and choose. And unfortunately, I'm a pick and choose type person. I am. That's why I'm not a school teacher. That's why I'm not a school teacher. Because I'm not going to be nice to kids that are not mine. Listen, didn't I tell you to sit down, Jaquarius? You and Sarah. And I know you jump around a lot because I know your parents have problems. I know because I've seen them have to line up and get their daily dose. But this is class. Sit down. That's why I can't be a teacher. Because I'm going to say the things that the children need to hear so they stop. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Uh-oh, who's that? Nope, decline that. Yeah. So these are things that I think about, and I go, as much as I would love to be in politics, I believe that I have more influence of change outside of it. Because once you go into politics, you got two options. You can either be a really good a good politician, really work for the people, but you're gonna have a hard time winning elections, right? Because people don't pay attention. People got short attention spans. They get lazy. A lot of different things, right? But, and so I think about that. I go, I know how I'm built, and I know how loose campaign finance reform is. Listen, it's just better for me not to get into that. Because I'm one of those people, like, I'll be good, but if I see everybody else being bad, I'm not going to continue to be good. That's not how I'm built. Because there's no benefit in that. That's stupid. That's silly, right? If you see everybody, it's almost like, you know how when you're on the highway and the traffic is all backed up, and then you finally see somebody like start doing something they probably shouldn't do, but they're able to get ahead. You keep sitting there. You can keep sitting there, but you ain't gonna move. Or you can color outside the lines a little bit so you can move. I'm one of those people. Right, but you're right. That's why you can't trust them, because I'm gonna tell you why you can't trust them, because they lie and say, I don't do that, or I'd never do that. You understand? That's my issue with I'm gonna tell you that's why a lot of people fell in love with Donald Trump. I'm telling you, because Trump said the quiet part out loud. He said what a lot of people were already thinking, but they wouldn't say. Then Trump came and said it. And then all those people was like, wait a minute. I think the same thing too. That's exactly what happened. That's why Trump, another reason why he became so popular, because he was saying the very thing that everybody else was too afraid to say. But Trump is not afraid to say it. Even if it's deplorable, even if it's disgusting, he'll still say it. That's the difference between him and other candidates. That's the difference. That is the inherent difference, because he's going to say the things that get a reaction out, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second. All right, y'all. Sorry. I had a phone call because I told you yesterday, I was out driving yesterday afternoon when I went to pick up the kid, and then my check engine light came on. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. So I found some mobile mechanics, and I've been calling different places, but that was one of them. The guy called me back. And so he's gonna get the parts and come on over to my place, because I need brakes done too, but I don't know. Hold on for a second, y'all. He calling back. Hold on. Well, my happiness is sadness again because he called back again. He realized he's an hour and 20 minutes away from me. He's not an option. But he did help me out and he told me, he said, take your truck, go to AutoZone. AutoZone will scan your car for free, give you a printout and tell you what codes is going that gives you the errors. Then send me a copy of your report. I'll look at it for you. I'll tell you what it really should cost to fix it. So when you're looking for a mechanic to fix it, you won't get taken. Thank you, sir. Hey, I will take whatever wins that I can get, you know. I will take whatever wins that I can get because some of these mechanics out here are like the dentist. You know what I mean? They are like the dentist. You go there, you go for one thing, and all of a sudden, thousands and thousands. I'm not trying to get caught up in all of that. You understand? He sounds like a really good mechanic, but he's an hour and 20 minutes away. I'm like, I'm not driving. And that's before traffic. Because I live in Southern Maryland. He's in Baltimore. Those of you from the DMV know how far that is. That's far. That's far. So, yeah. So, I have a 2019 Dodge Ram, Michelle. I'm just looking for a good, solid, affordable mechanic. The problem is it's hard to find good, solid, affordable mechanics because it's hard. They usually are hard. They're swamped. What's wrong is my check engine light came on last night and the idling is a little rough. And when I push on the gas and take off, it's kind of a little delayed and a little rough. I've replaced my fuel pump earlier in the year. The guy just told me on the phone, he said, it's not your fuel pump. If you just replaced that fuel pump earlier in the year, it ain't your fuel pump. He said 9 times out of 10, you might need a tune up. It's probably one of your spark plugs. So when I come, I'm just going to take off one of your spark plugs and look at the spark plug and see if it's a ring around it. And if it is, then I would just give you a quick tune up. He was like, it's probably not your fuel pump though. He said, you're going to waste your time replacing something and that's not going to fix your issue. That it's not gas. It's not the gas. It's not it either because I ran out the gas. It ain't the gas either. And it does it even when the AC ain't on. So I don't think it's the AC either. I do think it's a tune-up thing because I've never had a tune-up on it. Catch that part. Listen, don't be like me. I've never had a tune-up on that thing. Maybe once a couple years ago. I usually just do my oil changes and whatever else happens. I'm one of those people. Janice, shush. I'm one of those people. I will ride that stuff until the wheels fall off. Do you understand? I just don't think my car will. I'm concerned about trying to drive it to Baltimore. That's the concern because it's misfiring. So that's my concern. I don't want to get out there trapped on the highway and it doesn't, and I can't get there. Because I told him that because he said I can meet you in Silver Spring. I said I'm not sure that I'd be all right doing that. That's why I was looking for a mobile mechanic. That's one of the reasons why I was looking for somebody to come to my house to do it. Yeah. Or I was looking for somebody local down here in Southern Maryland that's not crazy expensive. But I'm going to go to AutoZone like he said, let them scan it with their system to at least give me a report. And then I can send it to him and he can tell me how much it should cost. And then once I can use that price, I can use it as my starting point. And then I can talk to some other mechanics in my area and then go from there. Honestly, can I tell you what I'm really looking for? Can I be honest with y'all? Tell you what I'm really looking for? I would love to have a mechanic that would show me how to fix my car. Almost like an apprentice. I would pay them to do the work, but they gotta teach me too. That's really what I want. Because I would love to work on my own car. I'm being honest. I just have yet to find that. YouTube is okay, just be you. But see, this is what I know about me. I'm one of those people. I make up scenarios in my own mind. So I always need somebody to be like, hey, you going too far. You don't need all that. You just need to do this, this, and this. Stop doing all, you understand? And YouTube and the internet is full of experts, but everybody don't know what they talking about. Yeah, I need a military mechanic. I used to have one, but he died. He was a guy that I knew through my mom. He died. So I can't go to that guy no more. He used to work on my car. He was good. Yeah, he was an older gentleman. A lot of the people that used to work on my vehicle had passed away. So you say go to my local community college and see if they have an automotive program. Yeah, I can check that. My grandpa was an amazing mechanic. He tried to teach me, but see, and now you wish you would have learned. Yeah, knowing how to fix your own vehicle is a flex. Is knowing how to work on your car. I got lucky. My husband does a lot of work. Yeah, my husband don't know how to work on no cars. He's not no mechanic. Wish you were in Towson. Towson. Yeah. See, that's pretty far. I wish I was too. But I'm down in Southern Maryland. So it's idle and funny. Probably needs a tune-up. I just know that a tune-up should not cost $1,000. And I don't want to be going to no shop and because when you're a woman, right? Y'all know how it go. The more information I can have coming into a situation with a mechanic, the better. Because most of them going to try to take me for a ride because I'm a woman. I know it because I'm a woman. I've trust me on this. $1,000 is too much for a tune-up. That's a lot of money for a tune-up. That's a lot of money. The parts, because a lot of these places mark up the parts. And I'm one of those people, I'll buy my own parts. Because I know how to find parts. I know where to order my parts. You just tell me what I need. I'll order the parts. I just want to pay you for the labor. But I'm not interested in park markup. No, I don't need an alignment. I'm not interested in a park markup because people, they love the mark. They get you on the parts. That's where they get you, on the markup on them damn auto parts. I'm not willing to do that. So yeah. Let him take it. So he has to work today, so he can't do it. He got to go to work. That's the problem. I know one place I'm not going. I'm not going to the dealership. I am not taking my car to the dealership under no circumstances for them to work on it. Zero. That I know. If I don't know nothing else. But you know what I might do? Y'all think I could look it up on the internet how to change my own spark plugs? without fucking up my car. No. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh, you say, yeah, I can? You think so? Y'all think I can? You know what? I'm gonna look it up. No, Janice says no. Let me tell you something. I have a tendency to fuck shit up. I'm gonna put it out there. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I have a tendency to overthink. I'm being honest. I know who I am. I overthink stuff. I go, well, I know they did it like this, but they probably could have did it this way. I'm one of those people. See? So that's why I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I done figured it out. Y'all taught me something. Y'all triggered something in my mind that reminded me of something I used to do all the time. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the AutoZone in the hood. I'm going to let them hook up my car and give me diagnostics. I'm going to get the parts. And there's always some old guys outside of the AutoZone that know how to work on cars. They always want to make a little extra cash. And get one of them old dudes that keep his little stogie, the guys that keep their stogie on the tip of their lip. And no matter how much it burned, the ash never falls off. And even while he working on your car, he keep it in his hand, but the ash still don't fall off. I'm going to get one of those. Yep, I just thought about it. That's how I get my windshield wipers changed every time. I don't change windshield wipers. I buy them and I go to AutoZone and some man be outside and he changes them. I don't really know what needs fixing. I think it's a tune-up. I think it's spark plugs because that's what the mechanic just said that I spoke to. So, yeah, I wish I was closer to Baltimore, too, but I'm not. I'm in Southern Maryland. I'm closer to Virginia than I am Baltimore. And people don't understand. People will say, just drive to Baltimore. Y'all don't understand how much traffic is in between me in Southern Maryland and getting to Baltimore. There is no quick way to get to Baltimore. The only time you could ever quickly get to Baltimore was during the pandemic when everybody was at home. That was it. AutoZone would change your windshield wipers. I didn't know that because I never had to ask AutoZone to do it because there's mostly always some guys out there. They would just do it for me. They see me with the package and they go, you need some help with that? Sure. That's also why I've never changed a tire, but I digress. Y'all know me when it comes to. So this morning, after this morning's live on TikTok, unfortunately, I was gonna try to slide in multiple lives after this TikTok, but I know I can't. I need to deal with my car because I got to be able to take the kid to work. So I got to deal with the car. So yeah. So who is that? Is that daughter coming? Yeah, me and you gonna go over to autos. That mechanic called me back. I can't use him. He's in Baltimore. He an hour and 20 minutes away. But he told me, he said, go to AutoZone, had him scan the car, give me a report, and send him a copy of the report. And he can tell me how much it costs to fix it. He thinks it's a tune-up. He doesn't think it's my fuel pump. Yeah. So I'll do that today. That's what we doing. And I'm gonna take my cute 20-something-year-old daughter as an extra sprinkle on top.
Yeah,
see?
I
That'll help me get free stuff.
Go get my boyfriend's mom like at AutoZone, and I thought they still did it for free. How they did that? Oh, I went in there.
Well, they did it for you for free.
I went in there. I said I need a light for my mom's car. He was like, "What car it is?" I said, "I don't know."
Yep, they'll fix it.
Model. I don't know.
You see?
Where the car? I said, "Out here." He took the light, put the light in. He said, "You haven't did that."
See, we trapping over here. I don't think it's the fuel pump, Gravy, because I replaced the fuel pump earlier last year. So it can't be the fuel pump already. And the guy said that to me. He said, there's no way it's your fuel pump already. He said, if you've already replaced it, it can't be the fuel pump yet. He said, it's something else. He said, it's probably a misfire somewhere with the engine. He said, 9 times out of 10, it's probably a spark plug. You probably need a tune up or something. He said, but it's no way you need another fuel pump. He told me that. And he's probably right, because I've already replaced my fuel pump. Because I described to him what it was doing, and he was like, no, it's not that. So I'm going to figure it out this morning. But I want to tell y'all some stuff this morning that I was supposed to tell you before we got sidetracked on my car. And thank y'all for helping out. Listen, we be helping each other. I got on Google. That's how I found him. But when I said near to me, for whatever reason, Google thinks Baltimore is close to Southern Maryland. It is not. It is not. It's not. It would take me close to 2 hours to get to Baltimore. It ain't worth it. I'm sorry. It ain't worth it. Huh? No, it's just all the traffic getting to Baltimore. Baltimore is hell. 95 is hell. Now, I want to give y'all a couple of extra updates that I saw yesterday. And I know that one of these things affects y'all. This is in relation to Medicare. Okay? I want to tell y'all something about Medicare. You said, Scorpio girl, I have to put in my... Yeah, see, I didn't realize I had to put in my zip code when I did that. And I was thinking it would get the location right, but it didn't. I got to tell y'all something about Medicare real quick, because if you have parents, they're going to be impacted by this, and you need to understand the change that's coming. The Trump administration is ending Medicare subsidies. Okay. So they're getting rid of a $3.6 billion program. Okay. They're getting rid of that program. And hold on, let me switch. I have another picture. Hold on. I have so many Mitch McConnell pictures. So many. So they're ending a $3.6 billion program that was for the Medicare Part D. Okay. And 25 million seniors are going to be impacted with these new rates that are going to start happening this fall. I'm sorry. I know y'all laughing at this picture. I couldn't help it. This picture's hilarious. Is it not? I got another one after this. I'm just holding it real quick. I love the internet, because the internet is like, listen, we don't buy these proof of life photos. It's not making sense, right? It's not making sense. So they're saying that the 2027 deductible for seniors is going to climb to $700 for Medicare. They're going to have a $700 deductible on a fixed income. Okay? Then the out-of-pocket cap gets raised to $2,400. $2,400. Okay? For a retiree on a Liquis, it would cost them $231 a month just for that one item. Okay? Just for that one item. Right? And they got to pay full price for 3 months before they would even get any coverage. See? So it's not that the money's not there. They just don't want to. America doesn't care about the health of its seniors. It doesn't care about the health of children. It doesn't care about the health of anybody. Wake up, folks. It's not that the government doesn't have the money. The money's going to rich people. Remember, Trump announced yesterday how they buying all these Cadillacs. They don't care about you. They buying Cadillacs. He said they like to be spoiled. They say a heart failure patient on Entresto at $295 a month will blow through the new $700 deductible by March. Jardiance diabetes gonna cost you $197 a month. $200 a month to manage your diabetes. That's minimum. Before you go to a doctor, before you do anything else, you got to pay $200 just for Jardiance. Now, if you pair Jardiance with a Liquis, the $700 is spent by mid-February, and then co-insurance is up to $2,400. So you're going to have to choose between your medicine and your groceries. Gotta choose. Can't have both. You can't have groceries and health. Gotta choose. And since groceries so sky high, you ain't buying much anyway but processed food. And since you can't afford your medicines, your health just gonna get worse. Not just thank Trump, thank Republicans. I want to connect the dot for y'all. Do you remember decades ago? This was back during the Obama time. You remember when Republicans used to say, if you vote for liberals, you're going to get the health care that you deserve because liberals are going to create death panels? Y'all remember that? Remember they said the government's going to get to pick and choose and decide who lives and who dies? Y'all remember that? I remember that. Because I be paying attention. Fast forward to now, who's getting to pick who lives and who dies? It ain't liberals. I tell y'all, all you got to do is listen to Republicans. They always tell you, you just have to listen. But now they get to decide who lives and who dies. Because if you don't have enough money to pay for these things, you on your own. Because the government has said, we're using that money for a war. We're fighting a war that costs $1 billion a day. A war that nobody asked for. A war that Trump received no congressional approval for. You said, Key, I don't know because Biden was mandating vax shots. That's fine. You don't have to take any. You can keep all your germs over there. You have the freedom to be sick. Nobody's stopping you from being free. Go right ahead. Don't take them. And that's what I say. Practice your freedom. Don't take nothing. But you be just as free when you get real sick. Don't you take your ass to a hospital for socialized medicine, okay? Just don't do that. Because operating that freedom. No, see, I'm with them for being free not to do things. But don't take your ass to a hospital to use that socialist medicine when your freedom don't work out for you the way you had expected. That's always my issue. That's the only issue I have. You got every right not to take anything you don't want to take because socialism. Big government. Okay, then you just make sure you don't take your ass to none of these socialist ass hospitals. Go to a private one and see what happens. Go to a private one. Go to a private one. I'm tired of hearing that stuff from people. Vaccines save lives. I have multiple sclerosis. I can't afford to be paying with my health. Y'all can play with y'all's. I don't play with mine. I can't afford to play with my health. And it's about saving other people's lives too. To somebody's point, somebody said they had blood cancer. Oh my God, $6,000 a month. Oh my God, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you, when I first got diagnosed with MS, the medicines were so expensive, right? They were expensive. They were close to $1,000 a month, right? And I remember being like, I can't afford this. Because your options are you get sick or you go broke. Those are your only two. I mean, you get sick or you go broke trying to stay well. Those are your only options. So I went on this journey to find other ways that I could holistically manage my MS. And that helped me. But you can't do that with everything. Some stuff you need modern medicine to do the things that it need to do. And on some types of MS, you also need modern medicine to do that. What I did for me don't work for everybody. Then that's okay. But people need to have real healthcare systems to help them. And you're right, they do save people who are immunocompromised, but everybody gotta have the protection so that everybody can be protected. I don't know. I don't know when America decided to hate on vaccines, because when I was growing up, you couldn't even go to school without proof that you had them. They wouldn't even let you in the building. So it's just really odd to me that now parents are like, nope, I don't want to protect my child. I keep telling y'all, if nothing is more proof to you that these people don't love their children, they won't even protect them. They won't even protect them. They don't love those babies, because when you love your children, you want to protect them. They don't want to protect them. They don't want to. Their children are just a thing. Yeah, they will vaccinate their pets. That's different. That's what they say. But they still say, this is my son, but that's different. So if you know a senior that's on Medicare, you need to start talking with them. Y'all need to, this is where these co-op communities really come in to help, because a lot of elderly people have a lot of pride, and a lot of them won't say nothing. They'll just suffer in silence. This is where community is extremely important, so they don't have to suffer in silence. Okay? You don't have to suffer in silence when you actually do the right thing. You right, DG. They probably do have a life insurance on their kids. Quiet as kept, they use that life insurance policy just as a money pot that they can borrow from. Catch that, because I told you they don't care about those kids. Just letting you know. They just don't care. It's all about the kids and exploiting and using that as much as possible. So, well, yeah, they did get what they voted for. That's why I don't feel any sorrow. Have y'all been seeing some of the MAGA complain? I didn't vote for this. Yes, you did. That's why quiet is kept when I saw the announcement about the Trump administration cutting off the Medicare stuff. I clapped. Because a lot of those poor seniors that voted for Trump, they going to get hit hard by this, and they ain't got the money to afford it. Oh, well. Oh, well. And Maribel, you're so right. They won and they still complaining. So it lets you know winning was not what was most important to them, because they don't seem to be happy about winning. I've never seen a group of more miserable winners in my life. I'm like, I thought that this is what you wanted. How are you still not satisfied? Because I'm going to tell you why they act like this. The Republican Party has its entire brand built on being the party of anti. They're the party of anti. They're the party of they act like we're a minority party and the government is doing all these bad things. The problem is that message doesn't work when you're the government. See, when you're in charge, that doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work anymore. And I even see them, you watch the panels when you see MAGAs talk about it. They listen to what they say. They haven't let Trump do what he needs to do. Republicans control the House and the Senate and the Supreme Court. He ain't had nothing but time to do what he want to do. They're just used to complaining. That's all. Republican, the whole conservative brand is the party of anti. They're the dog that caught the car. Quiet as kept. The best thing that for Republicans was never to win. Because when you don't win, you can always use that as leverage. But they won. So all the things that you're complaining about, you can change them. So why don't you change them? Donald Trump complained about the price of groceries. Now he tells those same people to shut up. Why? Because now he's in charge. It's easy to complain about a problem. It's hard to fix it though. But it's easy to just say, look, price of eggs is high. Now Trump says, you see, did you hear the look, I'm going to do my Trump impersonation. I love to do this because it sounds nothing like Trump. It's just funny to me, right? So yesterday, Trump's like, did you hear them? Did you hear what they said? They said I need you to fix these problems on day one. They didn't even give me any time. Didn't he say day one? He said day one. This is why my grandma also used to say this. You don't write checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. I love that. Con Julio. Only those who know, Amy. We're showing our age. Only those who know. Right? But I'm going, Republicans are now in charge. It's harder now to tell you the same lies when they're in charge. Because everything they complain about, they could fix it. They could fix it. Republicans right now they want to fix immigration. They don't like it. They could fix it. They don't want to. Why would you fix a problem that you're making money from? If I fix it, then I don't make any more money. It's what I always tell you. There ain't no money in a cure. The money is in keeping you sick. The money is in treating your symptoms. If I cure you, I don't have a customer. These people need customers because they want to make money. So that's why you need to understand. Republicans are the dog that caught the car. All that rhetoric they spewed caught up to them. That's why all those people that voted for them are going, where are all the things that you said you were going to do? Because those people believed what they said. Republicans don't believe most of the stuff they say. Most of the stuff they say is just marketing. Purely for the purposes of getting a job. How dare you ask me to make good on the promises? Bitch, I didn't come here to make good. I came here to sell you lies and false hopes. And you're supposed to go back to work and forget after you put me in office. They don't say that part out loud, but that's really what it is. I just want you to show up and vote for me and put me in this cushy 6-figure job. And don't be keeping track of me and try to hold me to stuff that I said. Because you know I was lying. I just was trying to GTD. I just was trying to get the draws. It's the same thing. I don't know why people think politicians are any different. This is why you have to do your due diligence to hold them accountable. They know you're going to run away. They know you're going to stop paying attention. They know they can lie to you because you ain't going to do nothing about it. They know they can gaslight you. And didn't I tell y'all just yesterday, my grandmama said only 2 people can lie and get away with it, the weatherman and the police. The weatherman lied yesterday. We ain't had no daggone tornado. I'm glad we didn't. And the weather wasn't even that bad. I said, Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I told you. My grandmama told me those are the only two people that can lie and keep their job. And that's the truth. That's the truth. But that's these politicians are very smart about creating all these distractions, and they create the environment for your suffering. Because if they create the environment for your suffering, then you don't have time to fight them. You're trying to survive. All of this is done on purpose for you to survive. That's it. Because when you're surviving, you can't be strategic. Don't keep letting these people bait you. Real talk. Don't let them bait you. Thank you, JR. Don't let them bait you. Because they're baiting you. They gaslight you all the time. I keep telling you, you have an abusive relationship with your government and you don't understand that. And once you realize you're in an abusive relationship, you can start to get out of it. That's why I talk to y'all about these things. Because you are in an abusive relationship where you're gaslit about your feelings. You're gaslit about what you're going through. Oh, you're not really suffering. Or even if you are suffering, they tell you it's for the greater good. In the end, we'll be better off for it. Just be patient. They gaslighting you right now. They do it all the time. You're suffering because of the illegals. It's the women and why you can't get ahead, sir. Oh, no. It's those blacks. Oh, no. It's those Hispanics. All of it's gaslighting designed to get you not to look at where the problem is. The rich elected officials. You know who has a pension? Congress. While that same Congress worked to break up unions that were giving you guaranteed pensions, Congress has a pension. They broke up everybody's pension but theirs. Pay attention to that. Because if it's so bad, how come they still got one? Y'all should ask your congressman that. Since unions and pensions and stuff like that is so bad, why do y'all still have it? Mitch McConnell been on paid leave since June. He votes against paid leave. Why does Congress get paid leave? If Congress doesn't think you should have paid leave, why does Congress have paid leave? They shouldn't get paid when they don't work either. I bet you they take their ass to work then. I'm saying y'all need to look at it like that. They tell you it's bad to have paid leave, but they don't think that for them because they get paid leave. And I want y'all to think about something else in relation to Mitch McConnell, too, with these statements. You know how they said he had no broken bones, this, that, and the other, Want me to tell you why, another reason why you know these people are lying to you? No rehab facility is going to keep Mitch McConnell just for fun. They don't do that. They be wanting them beds, right? Because they want that money, right? And no health insurance company is going to pay for you to stay in a rehab just for fun. They don't do that. Not in 2026. They don't do that. So if Mitch McConnell was still in a rehabilitation facility, it's because he must need care. He must need care. They're not being honest. Rehabilitation facilities do not keep you just for fun. Hospitals only keep you my girlfriend, I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday. She told me her daughter just had a baby. 2 days and she was booted out of the hospital. 2. If they won't let a woman that just gave birth to a new human stay in more than 2 days if she's okay, how is he still in a rehabilitation facility? Because he's not okay. They're lying. And Mitch McConnell needs to step down. Period. He's in that facility because obviously, to your point, Fishing, there is a medical need. Otherwise, insurance would not pay for it. American insurance companies do not allow you to stay in a hospital for fun. Because I had forgotten until my girlfriend told me yesterday. She said, girl, you remember when we was having babies, they was keeping us in that hospital a mandatory 5 days. And I was like, dang, I forgot about that. Because I used to remember being in the hospital and getting bored. Like, I want to go home. I'm bored. I'm sick of being in here. I remember that. And that was in the early 90s. I remember being like, dang, this sucks. I've watched all the TV I'm going to watch. I done ate all the food that I want to eat here. They hardly let you walk around. I remember those days. Back in the day, they wouldn't even let you walk around much. Mother, you should be resting. Now they like, bitch, get up. Oh, America, how you fallen. Because in the early 90s, they were like, mother, you take your time. There is no rush. Now they like, bitch, get up on your feet. They not playing. Shoulder lean, see your shoulder lean. Right, no sooner than you had that baby. No, hold on for a second, y'all. I think this is another mechanic. Hold on. I'm mad. if he pays me, but if he Okay. Immature. do you Let's make I'm for that's what I would rather. 'Cause I'm no money in this. And I don't want to do that. Listen, I thank y'all for joining me this morning. I'm just still I got to deal with my car this morning. So I'm gonna go deal with that. However, I have started doing YouTube with the system that they allow you to go live just like TikTok. It records the lives. Let the live recording stay public. That counts towards your watch hours. People coming into your lives count towards your watch hours. But people watching them also count towards your watch hours. don't care. You can learn to live your life and not care about what other people think about you. What does RuPaul say? What other people think about me is not my problem. 'Cause it's really not That's my business. But to do a little more to work a little more on my appearance because intrinsically I don't really care about that. You know? Thank you, user229. I try to be myself. I can't really be anybody other than that. But I'm trying to find better ways to be myself and not be broke. Catch that part. Yeah, see, lad, you listen to content creators more than celebrities. And most of the reason why, because you see content creators more than you see celebrities online. You ingest more content creator content than you do celebrity content. You invest more hours of original content through social media platforms than you do in movies, TV shows. All of us do. We just don't think about it. Thank you, Naomi. We don't think about that, but that's really what happens. And I am weird and I am quirky and I am all those things. And some of that stuff I've tried to hide for a long time. That's why a lot of times in the things I'm like trying to keep that, I try to keep the lid on the crazy. Not even the crazy, try to keep the lid because I'm eccentric. I'm an artist. Artists are eccentric. We make up songs off of stupid things. We make up dumb dances. We have crazy thoughts and want to do crazy things. That's just what we do. And it took some time for me to be like, okay, listen, y'all about to get the full Monty. I've had enough of this, of having to keep the top on my stuff. Right. I am sensitive about my shit too. Where they say, I'm getting tired of your shit. You don't never buy me nothing. Ain't that how she say it? I remember my mama had a boyfriend named Tyrone, and she used to sing that song to him. Sometimes when he would cut up, she'd be like, don't come with the shits. Listen, I appreciate y'all being here. Let me go ahead and get to this AutoZone and get them to scan and see what's going on with the vehicle. Don't forget the newest episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast comes out tonight. This is the season finale of season 2. Okay. It's called The Real Problem with AI Is Not What You Think. Check out this episode. I think you will like it because I talk about AI. The problem with it isn't what you think it is. Actually, the problem is you changed because of it. And you need to get a handle on that. Okay, so listen to it. I've also updated my website. Ain't nothing on there but my links. So it's a lot faster. So if you ever want to know where I am, go to straightfactsnofilter.com. That'll get you to my YouTube, my Spotify, Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere I am. It'll show you there on the website. It'll show you merch that I have. I have 5 new tumblers that I put out this morning. So if you like tumblers, you might want to check those out. And I'll see you this afternoon at 5 o'clock, around 5 o'clock p.m. on YouTube. Okay. Listen, thank you guys. We got over 100,000 likes this morning. We got over 200 shares. Thank you for that. Okay. Now, as I'm wrapping up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I try to do this every live. Number 1, Handsome Silky Smooth. Cheers to you, Handsome. Thank you so much. Number 2, beautiful Tally 1. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful Cassie B. Thank you, Cassie. Number 4, beautiful Just Be You. Thank you, gorgeous. Number 5, beautiful Keita. Keita, I keep trying to get my eyebrows like you. Them eyebrows are snatched. Thank you, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, handsome Cedric Williams. Thank you so much, handsome. Cedric, you a day one, ace one from day one. Thank you so much for that. Keita, I'm telling you, every time I look at your avatar, I'll be like, damn, them eyebrows. Them things is sharp. Because I did finally get mine threaded, but I don't really do nothing up there to them outside of that. But them eyebrows are just nasty. Okay? Nasty. But y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. Don't forget, new podcast tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. And I'll see you this afternoon on YouTube around 5 o'clock. Love you all. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Peace out, everybody. See you soon. Okay?